So today I'm going to be creating a bow maker. Now this is something that came out in my Facebook feeds and I thought, wow, this is a really great little item. So since the holidays are just around the corner, I thought this bow maker would come in really handy. And since I had the materials on hand, I decided to go ahead and make one, not just for myself, but also for you. This only costs around $2. Michael's right now is selling it for $29.99. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. I'll be using these large paint sticks and these are 97 cents at Lowe's. The paint sticks already come with the ruler printed on them, but since the print is so light, I'm going to use shoe polish to stain my wood. Yes, of course, you could use regular stain, but since I had the shoe polish on hand, I just thought I'd use it because it works just as well. And as you can see, as soon as I start applying the stain, the numbers show up really well. I'm also going to stain 3 wood dowels. And now I'm going to give them a few hours to dry. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm gonna make 2 markings right where the 9 inches are at. And this is where I'm gonna have to drill 2 holes where my 2 dowels are gonna be placed at. And then down below the stick, I'm gonna make another marking. This is where I'm gonna place another dowel. And here I'm just showing you 2 of the markings where the dowels are gonna go, and they're about a 1/2 inch apart. And then here's the other one here down below around where the handle is at. Okay, so now I'm gonna start drilling my holes, and my drill bit is pretty thin, so it is gonna take me quite a few times so that I can make the hole big enough for my dowel. Okay, so here I'm showing you the 2 holes that I've made, but I do want to let you know that I did have to change out the bits because that other one was just too thin, so I ended up changing it for this drill bit, and that really did help. So here I'm going to show you how I created this last hole. Okay, I'm done creating that last hole, and I will be placing a dowel right in there. As you can see, it fits in there perfectly. And now I'm going to test the other 2 holes. Next, I'm going to take my sanding block and I'm just going to sand off the top of the holes and also the bottom, just so that it can have a nicer smooth surface. Okay, so now I'm ready to start adding the dowels, but first I'm going to add some E6000 and I'm going to try to get the glue as deep in the hole as I can, and then I'm going to be adding some hot glue to the dowel, and then I'll be sticking in the dowels into the hole. Okay, so now that I've put in both dowels, what I'm going to do now is add some painter's tape and just kind of hold them together for a while until the E6000 takes hold. And then lastly, I'm going to add the last dowel. For this one, I started by adding the E6000 and then I added some hot glue. And for added reinforcement, I ended up adding more hot glue around the base of the dowels. Okay, so now I'm going to let the glues adhere well, so I'm going to give them a few hours. Okay, so here is the bow maker and it's ready to start creating bows. Okay, so I'm going to start by looping the ribbon between the 2 dowels, as you see me do right there, and then I'm going to pull on my ribbon just so that I have enough, and then I'm just going to twist it and loop it between the dowels as you see me do there again, and then I'll just kind of puff up my bow, and then I'll turn around and go the other direction and loop it again between the dowels, as you see me do there again. Now you could stop here and cut the ribbon off right there like I'm showing you, and then pull out your bow and tie it at the center with a wire, and you would have a nice, pretty, simple bow. Or you can continue adding more ribbon by looping it between the dowels until you create a nice big fluffy bow. It's really up to you. what I'm gonna do is slip the bow back into the dowels, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna be adding more ribbon and also a different color of ribbons, just so that you can see how you can create a very beautiful bow. With this bow maker, it allows you to create bows as if you were a professional, and the cost to make it is so cheap. And as you can see, I continue to stack other ribbons, and they stay in place and they don't move around or fall out. Okay, so once I'm done adding all the ribbon, I'm gonna slip out my bow, and then I'm gonna tie a pipe cleaner in the center. You can also use some floral wire. Next, I'm gonna puff out my bow and just make it look nice and poofy, and then I'm gonna be adding some items in the center. I'll be adding a pine cone and also some red berries, and just to dress up the bow some. And this is how my Christmas bow turned out using my bow maker. Well, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and also share. I'd really appreciate it. You have yourself a blessed day. And remember, love, laugh, and create. Until my next video, bye-bye and God bless.